For Doug Kent, and he maintains his advantage. But once again, another opportunity for Rick-Steelsmith. Doug Kent still up by 22.
Excuse me.
4-6, but
your ball speed, which we talk about each and every week. The guys are just stellar at maintaining a specific ball speed. But here's the issue. You've got to keep this ball in that one board area, that 1 or 2 board area, and it's got to be in the right direction.
Absolutely, and after you've done that, you got to make sure you don't pull it, you don't walk offline, get out of it clean.
Well, he's back out on that left side. And Doug Kent continues to lead Rick-Steelsmith. We are halfway home in semifinal number 2. Rick-Steelsmith is down by 22 pins. Rick-Steelsmith is in a 22-pin hole as he bowls here in the 7th.
Come on.
Oh, that's bad.
That's just not even fair. Tough enough to hit the pocket. When you do, you leave that.
Well, that'll get his wife Roxanne and daughter Kayla and son Kyle on the edge of their seat back in Wichita. You cannot allow yourself to become frustrated, though, at this point, can you, Johnny?
No, you can't. Right now, it's it's the thing that makes bowling so great is that you're all alone out there, and you have to perform. When you're on the approach and you're in the position of Rick-Steelsmith, where pretty much you got to strike out right now. That's being on the that's on top of the diving board, on the top of the hill for the downhill. You're all alone.
See how much deeper Rick's playing on the left lane.
That's on tape.
Getting to the hole, not striking, leaving that solid 7 in the last frame. Around the 24th board on the left lane, around the 4th arrow on the right lane. So almost an arrow deeper on that left lane, John. And we've been talking about the fact that lane does hook more, and players are doing whatever they can do to move deeper, play a little bit different angle to get the ball to run through.
Oh, that was critical, Randy. He didn't over-adjust. The normal reaction, he'd over-adjust. He just threw it great.
Yeah, I heard it. You could see the back-end reaction from that floor level, how that ball just peeled in the back end. And Johnny, not to jump ahead, but I want to ask you this. Championship match, $120,000 on the line. You need a strike, just like you did when you shot your 300. What's the mindset? What are you thinking about that enables you to get up there and make that perfect shot for the week?
I think everybody handles it differently. For me, it was that never put the pressure aside. The point is that people perform under pressure different ways, and if you try to completely relax and make believe it's a practice shot, your body fails you. But since you were good enough to get here, the thing that I thought about is there's a lot of pressure on me. My heart's beating fast, my palms are sweaty, and just before my approach started, I said, and since I'm here, I'm good enough to handle it. And so I had a positive thought in my head as I started my approach. Now, other people can relax. I was never good at that. I had to figure out a way to make it fun.
Well, a strike would put Doug Kent up by 43. We're at the PBA Championship in Toledo, Ohio. Randy Peterson, Ron Thulin, Leslie Goodell, Johnny Petraglia, our guest in our booth.
Big shot here. 9th frame.
So Rick-Steelsmith, don't get out the defibrillator yet.
And it looks like Doug's kind of in between, John. He gets it a little bit too far to the right. It hangs, gets it a pinch in. It goes through the face as you take a look at Doug's parents, Mike and Nancy. And
his girlfriend, Chrissy, made the drive. Started about 1 o'clock in the morning to get here for today.
And how big did this spare become all of a sudden? Now, after Doug leading the whole game, if he missed the spare, he can actually be shut out by Rick.
Right.
Your whole thought process can change right here.
Look out.
Just like that.
You called it, Johnny. Now Rick-Steelsmith has to be the aggressor. Sometimes, this is for both of you, do bowlers sometimes play not to lose rather than play to win, and you get a little too cautious?
I think
you both started smiling when I said that.
I think that happens sometimes, and a lot of it depends on the lane conditions and the situation. I mean, when the lanes are as tough as they are this week, I bowled a match that was in the round of 16, where I didn't feel my opponent had a very good shot, and I was up 2-0, and I said, you know what, let me take out a ball that I know I can shoot 190 or 2-0 with. When he shot 2T and I shot 190 and I lost.
Well, if he strikes here, Randy, it's an 8-pin lead. That is all.
Wasn't pointed bad on this lane yet.
Oh,
is one.
Well, he never
Give me
caught
one.
he never caught a break on that lane. And he's really hasn't caught a break anywhere. I mean, he's hit the pocket all but one shot. He's got 5-9 spares to show for it and only 3 strikes.
Well, Doug Kent left a grand opening in the 5th, left it open in the 9th. Rick took advantage of it in the 5th with a strike, but not here in the 9th.
Needs to spare here, double in the 10th, and 9 force Doug Kent to mark in the 10th frame.
There's the spare. Rick-Steelsmith moves forward to the 10th.
How quick it can turn around. If he strikes there, he had his own destiny in hand. The whole ball was in his court, and now he has to double just to make Doug get a spare. It's amazing. It's
and it's not a bad shot. I mean, you know, trip 4 something, carries the solid 7 in the 7th frame.
Well, Doug Kent strikes
no
out.
breaks.
He's on a 212 pace. Rick-Steelsmith strikes out 194.
Boy, he really put the business to that shot.
Yeah, he did. He actually, he has a possible 194. He bowled so much better than his score this game. He really did.
The whole week he's bowled so solidly.
I don't know that John, bowling as well as he did this week to possibly lose and go home with 20,000 instead of 120,000.
Yeah,
That's
right. You know, it's during the match plays, it's the round of 32. He averaged just a shade under 230. Doug Kent averaged just a shade over 222.
all right. This shot here keeps Doug Kent honest in the 10th frame.
Absolutely. No freebies. That's what Rick's got to be thinking about. And he did. He got it.
And we have seen some strange things, Johnny, this week. Now it goes over to that man.
You know, we talked about it in our last match, John, prior to you coming up in the booth, but you know, in this tournament, with the money that's on the line and as tough as the lane conditions are, a mark in the 10th frame it's definitely not a gimme.
And it also lets that other factor in. When you need a strike, you know you need a strike. And but when you need a strike or a spare, and that other little thought leaks into your head, it's sort of like the golfer that needed a birdie, but then all of a sudden a par bogey, he's thinking about something else.
Yeah, he finally gets a break. Finally.
Keep him honest. Rick's just trying to give Doug a little verbal pep talk. Keep him honest. Take that. There's my trip 4.
Well, Randy, I think you have a sense of what Rick-Steelsmith is going through. Doug Kent needs a mark +3, by the way, but you bowl all week, and then you just, for whatever reason, can't get the ball off your hand or whatever.
Last night, Doug needs a mark to beat me to go on to tell it to the championship telecast today. Got the ball really wide. Got a good break just leaving the 2-pin. Let's see what happens. That's about as pure as you can throw it.
That's the difference between a great bowler and a complete champion. To throw it that good for the wheat is Doug is a true champion.
This is what you would call pure, Randy.
He yelled hook. There was no doubt.
And Doug Kent also had a shot clock violation, we think.
It's all right if he wins.
Doesn't make any difference.
120,000 will pay for a lot of shot clock violations.
That's what he needed.
Needed 3. Does a smart thing, throwing it straight and hard down the middle of the lane.
Well, Doug Kent will advance against Lonnie Wallachek. The winner will be $120,000 richer. Rick-Steelsmith, not today. Johnny Petraglia, thanks for spending some time with us. Congratulations. Happy birthday, my friend.
Well, thank you, Ron. I love being up here, and enjoy the last game. It's going to be great.
Looking forward.
Thanks,
Thank you, Randy, as always.
Thanks. Great seeing you.
You too.
What we have been waiting for the whole